So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's up YouTube, Dar here from Zephyr War Games. Now I am bringing you a quick update and my reaction to Farfar's preview video for Duel Devastator last night. So we've got a couple of screenshots here that have come from Ready for Duel, and I'm going to go through these images, show you what we can see. If you want to see the full reveal video, go check out Farfar's channel and the video. So for those of you who don't know, Farfar was invited to the Konami HQ here in the UK, in London, and was given some early access, or was given an early box of Duel Devastator. And obviously, I assume via Konami's instructions, he was told to hold off the reveal video until tonight, or last night. And so the video went out and he went through the full list. Now I do have the full list on me, and I've got a couple of the images, screenshots that are here on the Facebook page as well. So we're going to go through those. They're all ultra rares. This is the preset set where you get, I think it's like 25 to 30 quid, and you get the same cards in each box. There's no random kind of generator or anything like that. What you buy is what you get, basically. So we'll start off with the images, and then we'll go through the full list. I might repeat myself on the list, but at least you'll get the full breakdown, and then I'll give you my reaction to said full list, because there's a couple of cards in there that are really cool to have, and then there's a couple of cards where I'm like, why? When we could have had A, Bs, and Cs. So we start off with what we can see, and we start off with Decode Talker Extender. So this is obviously a brand new card. It's kind of like Decode, but with a little extra padding. So we get this as well, which is a nice introduction. We got a very bad blurry screen grab of Lanphalinkus, and you can see Catasta in the background. So we've got Lanphalinkus there, and you can see Catasta in the background right there. So we've got a nice rarity bump on Lanphalinkus, which is kind of cool. Then we've got Effect Veiler, which is faded into a Pranktops. So Pranktops now technically has its 4th print in 2 Ultras, 1 Secret and a Common. Effect Veiler reprint is quite nice though. Gamma Seal is a nice Ultra bump, so Gamma Seal now has Rare, Super, Ultra and Secret, which is quite cool. Majesty Fiend, very, very interesting reprint. When I first saw it, I thought it was Vanity's Fiend, so I was like, oh yeah, I haven't had a print, that would make sense, but then obviously once you go, actually no, it's Majesty's Fiend, it kind of defeats the object of that one. Black Rose Dragon, again, Brionat Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Metaphys Horus, it's kind of cool. I love Metaphys Horus back in the day when you could just spam the board, but it's quite a nice card to go into Pendulums, because if you use a Pendulum monster for it, it's basically like a change of heart, which is awesome. Cleveland Fast Dragon, so we finally get this introduced into the TCG as an Ultra Rare as well, which is the same rarity as the Jump promo card. I'm not too familiar with the card itself, whether it will be mainly played in Pendulums or replace one of their main deck cards, or extra deck cards, sorry. So what we can see from the effect is quick effect, you can type 1 face-up monster your opponent controls that was special summon from the extra deck until the end of this turn, change its attack to 0. Also negate that face-up monster's effect, you can only use the effect once per turn. If it's kind of monster zone is, I'm assuming, destroy a battle card effect, you place this in the scale. And then if scale effect is you can send 1 face-up Speedroid tuner and 1 face-up non-tuner monster you control to the graveyard whose total levels equal 7 and special summon this card from the Pendulum Zone. That's pretty cool. Only use the effect once per turn. We then got a reprint of Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, which again has Secret, Ulti, Ghost, Rare, and Ultra. Spell Counselor, nice fresh reprint right off the blocks for that one. Number 101, Silent Honor Arc, really random. Don't know why this one got a reprint, unless I've been missing something. I know some Pendulum players were playing it a few months back, so Abyss Dweller, finally Abyss Dweller got the rarity bump it deserves. It would have been nice to see this as a Secret or an OTS ulti, but Ultra Rare is a nice bump anyway. Solemn Strike, there can only be one. Nice reprint A because it's only had 1 print and the price has gone quite high, like 7 quid each, I think, something like that, and a nice rarity bump to an Ultra. Wiretap, okay. Royal Decree, again, okay. Anti-Spell Fragrance, nice. Forbidden Apocrypha, okay, this was being used like I think a good couple of years ago. Only had 1 print, so getting a 2nd print is not bad at all as an Ultra. Ultra Rare Typhoon, so again, rarity bump, and of course nice to have this accessible for everyone. DDG, I always thought when this card was first like printed, it only ever had one printed. It was so hard to get, and they were about 15 quid a card, and it was really, really cool card that not many people were playing. And now it's had 3 prints: Secret, Ultra, and Super. And it's like, I still think it's a cool card, but it's not getting used as much. Heavy Storm Duster is a nice ultra rare print. That's quite cool. Lost Wind, another rarity bump. Obviously, you see Dimensional Barrier in the background of this one as well. Again, doesn't get used as much as it would. If it got errata to say Link Monsters, it probably would be, usable again on a higher scale. Cosmic Cyclone, which is a nice reprint as well, considering they were creeping up in price. Called by the Grave, Super Poly, Book of Eclipse, Silent Graveyard, which was, I think, previous was Forbidden Graveyard, something like that. Discard 1 card, offer effects that activate in the graveyard are this turn are negated, so that's kind of cool. Quick effect. Wave Motion Cannon, obviously we all know that the commons went up to like 50 quid, which is mental. And then the last card that we see is Mind Control. So, that being said, I'm going to go through the full list now, and then we can discuss what's missing. So, of course, you get Ash Blossom, Ghost Ogre, Ghost Belle, Ghost Reaper, Ghost Sister, and Red Blossoms from the Underroot. So, Red Blossom is the new hand trap that I revealed to you guys about a month or so ago, which the level 1's Scythe Zombie kind of thing. Then, we got Saruja Skuldred, Topological Bomber Dragon, nice reprint on that one. Decode Extender, Decode Talker, quite straightforward. Gaia Saber, Lamphalinkus, nice rarity bump. Underclock Taker, again, nice rarity bump. Effect Veiler, Dino-Wrestler Prankatops, Gamma-Seal, Majesty's Fiend, Effect Veiler, DD Crow, Gate Blocker, Artifact Lancia, Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Ally of Justice, Catasta, Vermilion Dragon Mech, Black Rose Dragon, Brionac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Metaphist Horus, Clearwing Fast Dragon, Stardust Spark Dragon, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, Denko Sekka. That's a very nice reprint on Denko Sekka. Spell Canceller, Inspector Border, Tornado Dragon, number 101, Castel the Sky Blaster. Hang on, what year are we in? We're definitely not like XYZ Duelist Alliance format, are we? Abyss Dweller, Red Reboot, Solemn Strike, there can only be one, Wiretap, Royal Decree, Anti-Spell Fragrance, Forbidden Apocrypha, Typhoon, Different Dimension Ground, Heavy Storm Duster, Lost Wind, Dimensional Barrier, Cosmic Cyclone, Call by the Grave, Super Poly, Book of Eclipse, Silent Graveyard, formerly Forbidden Graveyard, Wave Motion Cannon, and Mind Control. So, that is the full list. Now, I will let you all scream at me in the comments, what is missing? What could have been really, really good to be reprinted in this set? Thanos. Now, I completely understand why it wasn't done. Because this set was guaranteed, it would be mental. It would technically mean that each Thanos Dragon should be worth no more than like 25 to 30 quid. It also means that Konami must have in their mind a specific reprint date or target for that card. So that'll be interesting to see. Again, no evenly matched. I would have expected something like that to be in there. There's a couple of cards that I'm like, does it really count as an extra deck card? Does it really count as a need to be reprinted in that sense? So like, I get with Typhoon, Heavy Storm Duster. Lost Wind's a bit interesting. Dimension Barrier, again, is a bit interesting if it wasn't errated. Mind Control is kind of cool, actually. I'll tell you that one's pretty cool. Book of Eclipse, interesting. Another rarity bump on that one. Super Poly, we all knew about. Call by the Grave is interesting. It's had Common, Ultra, Super, and Secret now. But the one thing you got to remember is with this set, it is all guaranteed. So you will not, unless you get a broken box, everything you purchase is a guarantee. So when you buy a box, you will get one of everything here. If you were to buy 3 boxes, you would have a playset of the new hand trap arts, a playset of the Red Blossoms, and then you'd end up with 3 Sarujas, 3 Topologics, and stuff like that. I don't know whether it's worth doing that because you get the field centers as well. Technically, you're spending anywhere from 75 to 90 quid to get a full set of all of this. But then it's interesting because the question is like, if you want to buy singles and you want a Topological Bomber Dragon, what would you pay on it? I would personally, like, would you pay 10 quid to get a Topological Bomber Dragon just on a single right now? I suppose you kind of would, in the sense that you're either spending 10 quid to get a Topological Bomber Dragon, or you're going to spend 25 to 30 quid to get... I still think it's worth it. If someone offered me that and said, look, I'll give you my Topological Bomber Dragon for 10 quid from my set, I'd go... Actually, I'll just go buy a full set of 30 quid, get my Topological Bomber Dragon, and then all I'm doing is spending 20 quid, or even 15 quid, depending on what your locals are selling them at, to get a full set, one of each of the hand traps, plus I'm getting all the other stuff as well. That's really good trade fodder as well. Like, these cards, Lanphalinxes, everyone's going to want the rarity bumps on some of this stuff. And then the Skull Dreads, if you've already got them, and the Topological Bomber Dragons, they're just going to be easy trade fodder for anyone that actually needs them or wants them. So there's a couple of dead cards in there, in my opinion, like Trish, Catasta, Vermilion Dragon Mech, Black Rose, Brionac, Metaphys, mainly the Synchros, because they're not they're not the abusable ones. Like, there's no Savage Dragon, there's no like other of the consistent ones that you'd kind of want. There's no link like extended link monsters. Like, most of the link monsters we're getting here are reprints from the first set. Like I think it's like Code of the Duelist. That's where like your Guy Sabers coming in and your Decode Talkers are coming in as well. There's no Electromite. There's no kind of like big heavies. I mean, you could have reprinted the Nightmares again if you wanted to. I mean, you couldn't argue that they were just put in the tins, but then so was Red Reboot, Called by the Grave as well. There's some really, really nice gems in here, so like Denko Sekar, Spell Counselor, which we knew of, Super Poly, Inspector Border, like I said, Abyss Dweller is always nice, Solemn Strike, and then there's a couple of questionable ones like 101, Castell. It's like, could they have been something else, something more useful, something more consistent that's being played now? And to be honest, I wouldn't know the answer to that. My assumption is, I know the way this works is Konami work in advance of certain things, so they would have put this together probably. I would like to think would have put this together probably 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 6 months ago. So then you've got a question: what was around 6 months ago that they knew of? What was the possibilities of putting stuff in here? And they've obviously looked at certain things like Vermilion Dragon Mech. And gone, it's only got one print. Let's reprint that for the sake of reprinting it, rather than the practicalities right now. Which is absolutely fine, because I think Vermilion Mech is it's an underrated level 9 synchro. And if they're trying to, if this is foreshadowing, I don't know. This could be foreshadowing a Needle Fiber just because of the amount of synchros that are in this set. But it does look like it's more of a retro set than anything that is going to massively affect the side decks right now. I mean, Anti-Spell is floating around there, but again, all the big cards in side decks right now are the big money cards, like your Thanoses. I say big money cards. What I mean is that there's cards that are being used in the sides and extra decks now that could have been reprinted in this to break the second-hand market. Because these are guaranteed, it would mean that no single card like Savage Dragon, Thanos, or any other card that desperately needs a reprint could go above 25 to 30 quid. It would make those prices, a product like this makes those prices static. Because no one in their right mind is going to go, we'll sell you a Thanos Dragon for 25 quid. And someone's going to go, yeah, alright, I'll take the Thanos for 25 quid when I could go and buy a Thanos plus 70 something odd cards more for an extra fiver. And then even if you just get those and they're like, they're jank, I'm going to put them in my jank box. A couple months down the line when people are going, I need a Saruja, or I need this, I need that, and the Duel Devastators aren't in circulation anymore, you just go, hey, I've got some of this jank floating around, do you want to, I don't know, trade it like 10 quid's worth, or do you want to sell it to, do you want to buy it for like 5 quid's worth? And then slowly all those little fives start adding up, and you've made your money back. You've got Thanos for technically free after you've bought the purchased the box and gone from there. I think that the idea of Duel Devastator is amazing. It's like very, very clever on Konami's behalf. It's a very, very good overall set for those that don't own the original cards. For those that want a nice little rarity bump, they've kind of catered to both markets in that sense. And on the bright side, I think it's also knocked down the singles market. Unless you're going, I want a heavy Storm Duster, or I want an Ultra Lost Wind, or a DDG, or a Typhoon, them stuffs are all going to be like £1 here and there. It's only when you get into like the Sarujas and the Topological Bomber Dragons that they'll probably be about 5 quid on average. There's no guarantee, but like on average, that's what you'd be looking at. So if you were to pay 25 to 30 quid, just by getting the hand traps alone, I personally feel you've made your money back. Everything after the hand traps is then worth it, because Ashes was sitting at £7 a common. Alright, I know they're guaranteed, but let's say someone's got the ogres, the bells, and all of that stuff, and they go, "Oh, I just need an Ash Blossom." They'll probably willing to pay £5 for it. So you made like a fifth of your money back right there and then. And then if they need a Ghost Ogre, again, 3-4 quid. Like when this stuff first comes out, there'll only be a 3-4 quid here and there. But after a bit of time, the prices will start to increase. And I think, you know, it's a good sound investment in my opinion for more specifically players that don't have these cards, budget players, stuff like that. And less specifically for those that want the rarity bumps, because then it would mean there's more of the lower cards in circulation. So like if someone doesn't have a 101, they want it in an Ultra, there'll be more of those in circulation. Same for Castell. OG players should probably already have their spell cancellers, so that means there's going to be spell cancellers in circulation. Scarlights will also be there. Clearing Fast Dragons are pretty cool. You'll probably keep one of those, but then if you're buying sets and singles, again, that'll float around. Horus, not that people are rushing to the shops to get those. Majesty's Fiend. Gamma Seals, I reckon there'll be more Gamma Seals in circulation. I know the Secrets went up to like 10 quid and the Supers were like 7 or 8 quid, something crazy like that, and the Rares were like £5, so these will start to come down as well. Effect Veilers again were around that £5 mark, not breaking the bank, but you can kind of see where the idea has come from, and you know, I'm all for it. More sets like this in the future, maybe like at an end of season or at the start of the season, just one big reprint set. Like, make this a regular occurrence. Like October, what they'll do is they'll reprint 5 of the most popular hand traps with alternate arts, because I love alternate arts. Or just like they did with the set this year, where we got an alternate Neos, Dark Magician, all of the main protagonist monsters. We've got alternate arts of that. Just like sets like that, where it's like, here you go, you get some alternate arts here, so the collectors will go, yeah, that's sweet. And then they'll go, cool, and we're going to guarantee these. Doesn't even need to be 75 anymore. We guarantee these 25 extra deck cards, or these 15 extra cards, and these, or 20 extra cards, and then these 20 to 30 side deck cards. They're guaranteed to have them. They're the most relevant right now of the game. So, you know, here, have them. Why not? It gets everyone involved. But anyway, that was my quick little breakdown. I say quick, it was like 17 minutes, but that was my breakdown of the Duel Devastator. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, check out Farfar's video to see the full unboxing of that, and let me know your thoughts on the set in the comments below. For now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and as always, guys, happy dueling. What's up, YouTube? Dan here from All Games. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.